first thing is to talk to everybody. Give Richard a big, warm welcome to the team, right? Tita seems to be thinking long and hard about something. ... Aw, looks like she's having a little nap. Is she? I mean, that's kind of impressive. That she's napping sitting up? She was the first person we released from a sealing stone, incidentally. She must be exhausted. Yeah, you're probably right. I guess we should let her rest then. Indeed. She's so cute. Alright. Well, enjoy your nap, Tita. Try not to hit your head on the table, okay? Oh, if it ain't Estelle. Hey, you heard this thing about Annalise. Apparently, she fought our buddy, Colonel Richard here, a while back. Buddy! Buddy! See, even Agate welcomes Richard with open arms. Clearly, all is forgiven. Whoa, really? Yeah, it's true. I wasn't expecting it to happen either, but it was just a friendly bout, so don't take it too seriously. It was just another of Brigadier General Bright's whims. Still, I saw no reason to object, so I was happy to put my swordsmanship to the test. Oh, right! Come to think of it, I fought you once before too, haven't I? Yeah, Estelle. That's not a battle we care to remember. Although that was a 4-on-1 battle, and even then we barely managed to scrape by with a victory. I can't say that occasion is an especially pleasant memory to me at this point. Aww. You learned your swordsmanship under the old man directly, right? I'd be down for a 1-on-1 fight against you if you are. I fear you're only setting yourself up for disappointment by comparing me to him. Aww. It's okay, Richard. We still like you. You're pretty tough from what I've heard, Colonel. So I'm itching to fight you 1-on-1 while we've got the chance, and see what I can really do. Agate just wants a good fight. He's gonna work his way up to Cassius. First Richard, and then Julia. And then when we get back, he's gonna take on Sid. And then eventually make his way to Cassius. And honestly probably still get his butt kicked. Aww. I'd like to think I've become a bit stronger since I last fought the Colonel too. Maybe I should ask him for another match. What will it take to make everyone understand that I'm no longer a Colonel? Aww. I mean, Richard probably feels like every time somebody calls him Colonel, it's just a reminder of his mistakes. Right? But they don't mean it like that. They probably just, you know, that's how they know him. And it's a sign of their familiarity. Also, they probably find it weird to call him Richard. We have no problem with it, but hey. Man, I sure wasn't expecting Colonel Richard of all guys to be in a sealing stone. Neither were we. Neither were we. What a pleasant surprise, right? At this rate, it'll be Master Cassius in the next one. If only, if only. Hold up a sec. I ended up here despite being in Calvard, so maybe she could even end up here. That would be cool, to have Kilika on the team. We've never had her on the team before. But she could totally kick butt. She could probably take out one of the devils on her own, you know? Zin is deep in thought, something clearly on his mind. Yes, we want Kilika on the team too. Like, aside from Reese, so far, everybody on the team is somebody who took part in the whole Ariel incident, right? Even Richard. And Kilika helped us, with Walter. So, she totally counts, right? She could totally be part of this. Richard's circumstances are notably different from the rest of us who ended up here. There's got to be some kind of underlying reason why that was the case. It can't just be random. If we can work that out, I have this feeling we'll be able to get significantly closer to knowing just how this world works. It's just a case of connecting the dots. Well, we're counting on you for that, Joshua. Alright, don't let us down, please. I have a feeling that if we work out why Richard arrived here how he did, we'll be able to get closer to knowing just how this world works. He seems to be doing fine now. Fortunately for us, he's one tough cookie, so he should be up and about in no time. Don't you worry, okay? He'll be fine. I can promise you that he's in good hands. Thank you. Appreciate it. Don't you dare take one step closer to Joshua wearing that skimpy as heck outfit. Just because you are blessed with bombastic boobs doesn't mean you gotta go showing them off 24/7. What? Okay. But like, Joshua's known Shira for half his life, and it's never mattered. Plus, he's got Estelle. Darn it! Why is life so unfair? He looks a lot better compared to before. Indeed. Get well soon, Kevin. We miss you. Both General Morgan and Brigadier General Bright did their best to stop Richard from leaving the army when he made his decision to do so. Even Morgan! And the dude even held his granddaughter hostage. So... No one denies that he made a mistake, but he was an exceptionally skilled soldier, and the military is worse off without him. I've heard rumors that Brigadier General Bright hasn't given up on bringing him back into the ranks yet even. You've got to be kidding me! He really doesn't believe in giving people a break, does he? Probably just needs somebody to help him carry the burdens of responsibility. Take some of the paperwork off his hands, you know? Regardless, I wasn't expecting Richard of all people to end up here. But he does fit within the rule that only those who have aided us end up in Sealing Stones. And Kilika! So our latest ally is the former Royal Army officer Colonel Richard, is it? I've heard many great things about his skill in battle and espionage, as well as his intellect. He doesn't sound like the kind of man I would want as an enemy. He's not someone I would want as an enemy, but I'll welcome him any day as a powerful ally. Aww. This is my first time meeting Richard ever since he officially left the army. I'd heard his company's name mentioned on a number of occasions since then, though. Oh, really? Maybe it's doing pretty well for itself then. I've heard about Richard's company a number of times since it was first established. There have been small adverts for it in magazines too, I believe. Okay. Actually, wasn't his company's name like RNA Research or something like that? The R probably stands for Richard. Guessing the A stands for that captain who's always following him around. Amalthea or something like that? So they opened the research company together? Okay, Um. Okay, we want somebody that Richard probably won't be talking to. Probably Tita. We're just gonna rip Tita from her nap. And we do want to see if Olivier has anything to say to anybody. Maybe Zin. Right? Or no, we want somebody on the team that Richard will speak to. Maybe not Zin then. Annalise? He might have words for Julia. Who knows? Who knows? We should try all the combinations. Oh, here he is. This place is full of peculiar things. It appears to be a dimensional space of its own. He's still finding all of this hard to take in. Oh, it's you, Estelle. You could put it that way, yes. I fear it's going to take me a while longer to come up with an effective enough plan to conquer this place. Conquer? There was me thinking you might still be trying to process the situation you're in, but you're already one step ahead. That's our colonel. As I believe I have told you several times already, I'm not a colonel anymore. I'm not even part of the army anymore. They don't mean it like that. Oh, oops. You're running a research company for civilians these days, right? Indeed, we're still a relatively insignificant startup though. We operate out of a small office in Rouen. The only employees at present are myself and Kanone. Yeah. What? Captain Amalthea is working with you too. Somehow I can't imagine her sitting behind a desk doing normal people work. I suppose that's hardly surprising. Still, she's also changed since the coup. We've been living a rather relaxed life since our new business began. Really? I can believe it though. You've got this whole different aura about you now. Maybe this was actually the right career choice for you after all. I certainly hope so. Regardless, returning to work is just another reason I can't afford to remain here any longer than necessary. We need to strive to return to our world as soon as possible. Yeah, agreed. We'll be counting on you, Colonel. Did that entire conversation fly right over her head? This world we are in clearly operates by its own set of rules. And as such, it seems reasonable to conclude that they exist because it was created for a specific purpose. If I can work out what that purpose is, I may be able to think of an effective way of conquering it. But therein lies the real challenge. So nothing to say to Annalise or Julia. How about Chloe? And Mueller? Are the two of them talking? That sounds like something he would do. Yeah, he's never been one for giving people a break. Aww. Agate. And maybe Josette. Anybody else who might have something to say to Richard? Maybe Joshua.
Let's move out.
And let's try Tita anyway.
Oh, okay.
That's a no. He and Joshua are not putting their heads together to figure out this puzzle. Sadly. Maybe Josette and Joshua have things to say to each other. We're trying all the combos today. Okay, what about Tita and Agate? Oh, and Olivier too. If you're looking for Shira, she went to check up on how that priest is doing. Which means I am alone and in need of comfort, which naturally you will be providing, Estelle. Not a chance, Buster. It just doesn't feel right to be sitting here alone. Would you care to keep me company, Estelle? Apparently the answer is no. Alright. Well, that seems to be everybody. All the combinations we can think of, anyway. So now we just have to pick our team. Probably just gonna be doing some doors today.
Understood.
We had to. We had to put Richard in the lead. Clearly, he has the most experience out of everybody here. Leading teams, right? After all, he was the head of the intelligence division. So it only makes sense. We're just so happy to have him on the team. And how everybody just welcomes him with open arms and tries to cheer him up, even though he feels like he doesn't deserve to be here. Love it so much. We just hope that this doesn't go the way that Louvet's redemption arc went. Because that hurt. There were tears involved. And it wasn't just Joshua's. We can't take another heartbreak like that. Those who have not proven themselves in battle are not worthy of stepping inside. Should you wish to be deemed worthy, struggle through 100 battles. Only then shall the door open. Oh. We have not done 100 battles yet, apparently. I mean, it's not super surprising, but... Oh, come on! We've done 100 battles. I mean, we fled 105 of them. But that's just another way of saying we struggled through 105 of them. Those were struggles, okay? Clearly, our definition of struggle differs greatly from the game's. That's just not fair. Okay, victories, 58, which means we need 42 more battles before we can do this door. This is interesting, though. We didn't know this was here. The Gralsritter Code, 6 principles. 1. Offer your soul to the goddess and your body to her church. Protect the sacraments. Swear loyalty to the Holy Father. Carry out your duties with dignity. Protect the peace and order of the three worlds. Three worlds? Are they like the human plane is one world? And then where the goddess lives is another world? And then Gehenna is the third one? Maybe? So the Gralsritter are supposed to maintain peace and order in Gehenna as well? And 7, or 6. Heretics must be eliminated. Well, that's cheery. Well, guess that's it for today. We're gonna have some battles to do in the meantime. Would be a good time for some Sepith farming, because we need better chords.